Welcome back, everyone. So, this week's review is Knight Ricca. Believe it or not, this game was the reason why I had to delay the review because I was still in the middle of gathering footage for it. So, spoilers ahoy! It starts with Maria telling a young Ricca a story about the Arc Glitch and how he was defeated. Then later on, after picking some herbs and doing a little bit of slime killing, they talk about marriage and how they should dress for it and how they should act. Maria talks about how she still acts like a child, even though she's, has the body of an adult. But hey, some people grow up physically, not mentally. Ironically, those people are still kind of fun to be around. So the next day, after finding a fairy, I'm just going to call her Iris, we see Maria praying at the local church, praying to give Ricca strength. Well, she's going to go through some tribulations, alright, because shortly after, we found out her village is getting raided by goblins. And then shortly after, Ricca gets her shit ran. So, Iris finally wakes up and finally gave her the transformation of Holy Knight Ricca. And showed the goblins what's really good. Ricca and Iris' relationship at the moment is like them are kind of in each other's throats at the moment, but they eventually do warm up to each other. Later on, you do find Maria, but she turns out to be a succubus by the Arc Glitch. So after one cutscene that drags on a fair bit too long of her getting deflowered then cursed, they immediately come back. So they have a new goal in mind. 1, kill the Arc Glitch, and 2, have Maria come to her senses. We managed to get the first part done, have Maria come to her senses, but Ricca gets humbled by the Arc, and then Maria comes in trying to save her, but the Arc Glitch kills her. Or so we thought. Because here's the thing, during this little thing, after she teleports Ricca out of the cave, turns out she was only
Your friend here is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead.
Mostly dead. But Ricca thinks she's actually dead, so I can really describe it in the rest of the events of leading up to that point of her getting her Knight powers back in this one Dragon Ball Z Broly clip.
It's no use. This is the end. What do you think you're doing? Why don't you stop whining like a baby and fight like a man? Why? What for? Broly's unbeatable. You call yourself the Prince of Satan.
So later on, you do meet a witch named Claire who's willing to help you with your curse and somehow manage to, kind of mitigate it now. Later on, you do help a town out with killing the infestation right now, and then later on you kill a sea god. Now, we're going on to the Island of the Arc Glitch. It's time for the final bout. So after going through the castle and doing a brief boss rush and doing a little bit more tribulations, we are finally here. Finally ready to face the Arc Glitch. It may not look much, but then Maria comes in and you two begin jumping him. Well, you do most of the heavy lifting, but still. And then later on, Ricca unlocks its true power. Now you have the bigger sword and fucking wings, baby. So the job is still not done yet after you defeat her, or him. You still need to go to the Realm of Darkness in order to kill the monster that he was trying to summon. So you eventually kill him, but this thing refuses to stay dead. So after you flew back home, Iris decides to stay in the world of darkness however, Ricca is now praised and loved, and the world slowly comes back to piece itself up. So yeah, I gotta say, story is fairly okay. It's a buddy cop thing that's going on, so I'm gonna admit, pretty damn great. The presentation in this game is really great. Everything looks fairly consistent. Like, you've seen my show before. If you've seen these kinds of games, you know that one anime girl and then the rest look realistic looking monsters. But here, it's not really. Everything looks kind of consistent, like they all belong in, the same universe, which I can really dig. And for some reason, this game starts to remind me of Saint Maribel, that other game that's similar to it. Like, I'll do a side-by-side comparison. But yeah, I really do like the graphics and the soundtrack of the game. I'm not, not really the soundtrack. The soundtrack's fairly forgettable, but I do like how the weapons sound, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not as satisfying as Castle Evil. You don't really need to be. The gameplay is your typical 2D side-scrolling action game. The controls itself are really responsive, which I do like, and well, mostly responsive, but that's only reserved for magic attacks. But aside from that, it's pretty responsive. I do enjoy some of the combos that you get. Yes, there is an area where you can unlock combos, and you can also customize Ricca to however you see fit. Keep in mind, they do affect your stats, however, so be mindful of what you choose. Overall, this game is a really fun experience. It's gonna, well, make you play the whole game in like 3 days, but so yeah, I'd give this game a shot. So, unfortunately, no Patreon or subscribe star shoutouts this week. Until then, everyone, good night and good luck.
To live